somebody I need one person on each team to volunteer a mobile device and sign in here for your team.
You want to?
Our mobile device records.
Phone usually works better because you don't tap on the buzzer.
Alright.
Yeah, preferably you would have battery for this.
I'm not even on the SLC, yo.
Anybody?
He's doing it. Or if you guys don't want to use the buzzer, you guys can fight over a pen as well. I don't mind. Usually you guys
Do we have a talking stick? Alright, what do I do?
Yeah, can I go get it?
She does, but I don't want people slamming hands. into
So
the
is
wall.
it?
You go to FSC.
That's it.
Thank you.
I think it motivates us more, you know.
I don't have my glasses.
So there's a website here, it's www.playfactile. F-A-C-T-I-L-E.
Is it 9086?
Yes, and the number is 1986.
What you got?
Alright, gang. Do we want to be a pineapple, a pill tap, some broccoli, celery, lemon, watermelon, orange,
Watermelon.
Oh, yeah.
watermelon, some watermelon? Alright.
Yes.
All right, Team Watermelon has joined.
Oh my God, I got it. Okay.
What are we in?
Alright, this is too much responsibility.
Okay, guys, we got pineapple, potatoes, broccoli, celery,
Pineapple.
lemon, orange, or onion.
Pineapple.
Onions.
I want it.
Pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple.
All right, Team Watermelon
got a
versus
big
Team
head.
Pineapple.
Y'all got.
Are we gonna like pass this around?
Right, so you're just gonna leave it at the table, so, or,
No, I don't like that.
oh, you don't like?
Wait,
Jay?
what's up?
Okay, it's okay.
That table up there?
He has to go to the phone goes to the table. Oh, the phone goes to
Yeah,
the table.
phone will be at the table.
If y'all see a text, just like
Hey, that's RT for me.
All right, so how this gonna work is it's gonna be basically like Jeopardy. If you've never played Jeopardy before, what's gonna happen is you've got all these questions up here. You get to choose a category. You get to choose a dollar amount, and then the question will pop up. After the question pops up, you and your rival will have a chance to buzz in. Whoever buzzes in first gets the chance to answer. If you missed a question, then the other person has a chance to answer. The one change we are going to make from normal Jeopardy is if both people at the seat miss their answer, the team that buzzed in first, that entire team will then get to try and answer the question as a whole. So you do have a second attempt. If the team misses it, then the other team gets a chance to answer as well. Right? So even if you don't know the answer, if you buzz in first, and both you and your rival miss it, your team will have a chance to follow up behind you, right? So there's some teamwork here. However, to make sure that things are fair, please close your laptops, please close your notes. Not gonna have, can't give it an unfair advantage by looking things up. I'm gonna play this fair and square, I hope.
So I had a quick question.
Yes.
How is the button selectee gonna be chosen? Like, are you gonna pick people on our side, or are we gonna
For now, we'll just have you volunteer people from your group.
before the question is asked?
Yes, but we're gonna try and make sure that we want to make sure everyone has a chance to play.
Okay.
All right. If I notice that things are kind of funky, I'll just end up just going straight down.
Oh, it's my chapter, huh?
All right. So, anyone want to start us off?
Shaheen.
Team Watermelon.
Yeah.
Shaheen.
Shaheen.
Oh my God.
She'll do it. She'll do
Yeah.
it.
Like
You can do it, Shaheen.
All right,
You can do it,
Shaheen. To the chair, please.
Okay.
So, all right, remember, you have a television right across from you, so you can read off the television as well.
So basically I choose a dollar and then the question will be given to me.
So you choose a category. So I've got categories are chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 9, Chapter 9 again. Chapter 10 and grab bag. Okay, I'm sorry, I was not very creative with these. I'll do better next time. Okay.
What would we grab back, please, sir?
All right. So right, since the two of you are just starting off, I'd like you to just rock paper scissors each other for who gets to go first.
Gang. It's a lovely top you have, Emily.
I don't know how to do that.
Just rock,
Just
paper,
keep your hand
scissors,
out.
and pick one. Okay?
She's gonna pick scissors.
Paper, scissors.
Oh, she
All right. So Shaheen, choose the first one.
So I go for chapter 5, sir.
Chapter 5. Okay, and how much money?
$100 just to make it easy.
All right.
Hey, start. Yeah.
All right. Are
Easy
your
money.
Are your phones on?
Yeah.
You have a button? All right. You can hit the button whenever you think you know the correct answer. Here we go. Chapter 5 for 100. This area of learning encompasses the use of a student's motor skills. What do we call this area of learning that uses a student's motor skills?
There are no options, sir.
No options.
You have to know it. The way you know it, you click the number.
15 seconds.
Come on, Emily, I know you know this.
If you don't know, buzz anyway for your team. Okay. I believe Team Pineapple buzzed. Yes, Emily.
So would it be like clinical?
Clinical, no, I'm sorry, that is the incorrect answer.
No,
Hey, Shaheen.
Shaheen has to get it wrong.
No, but we go first.
No,
because-
when Shaheen gets it wrong, they decide. Since she
So
clicked
Shaheen
first.
says lab. Unfortunately, lab is also not the correct answer. Team Pineapple, do you have another answer for me?
Yes.
What is it?
Psychomotor. What is?
Yes.
What is psychomotor?
What is psychomotor? Very good. Alright. Thank you, Team Pineapple. Alright. Come back to your seats and teams, please send your next representative.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I voted Shamika. I mean, I feel like I got 2 votes. It's my phone. Cody. Big trash.
Okay, so Veronica, since your team got it correct, you get to choose the next question.
Chapter 10 for 200.
Chapter 10.
That's a bit based.
This potential bias arises from valuing youth and considering senior citizens as burdens on society. What is this potential bias? Okay, yes, Team Pineapple.
Is it discrimination?
What
What is discrimination?
is discrimination? I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Okay, Cody, do you have it?
No,
No, we can't tell him yet. We
Oh,
can't
well,
tell him
ain't no
yet.
use in talking.
5%.
Autism.
That's a skip. So yes, Team Pineapple. Do you have another answer?
Dude, they
for
have
me?
Monty.
Age.
What is ageism?
Yes, age
They have
related
Monty
bias.
quit playing with me,
Ageism.
bro.
Very good.
I'll go. Just to go.
Right,
Hey,
so,
big looks,
remember,
big looks.
Right, thinking that youth is better than the elderly, right? Thinking that older people are more to contribute.
Hey man, we gotta put the mind against the mind.
Age-related bias. Okay, great. Let's see. So, Mansi, please choose for us.
That's what she said. 500.
Let's just do chapter 9, 200.
Chapter 9 or chapter 9 again?
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9 for 200. Okay. This type of scattering causes a change in direction of the photon, but without a change in energy or removal of an electron. Yes, Team Pineapple, Mansi.
Wait, what? It's watermelon.
Oh,
You remove it, but
It's watermelon. Look at the arrow on the top of their head.
oh, you're right. It is watermelon. I'm sorry. Yes, Shamika. I apologize. Shamika. What is this? What is this type of scattering? In 5 seconds.
I want to say classic coherence scattering.
Classic coherent scattering. That is correct.
Hey!
I was like,
Alright, Team Watermelon is on the board. Okay, please send up your next representatives.
Come on, Reagan.
come on, Jack. Oh, Jack.
Got this. And just remember, you guys
Alright, Cody.
Cody.
Oh, sorry,
Cody.
Jay. I'm sorry.
I was next to you.
That's it. That's right. I'm sorry, James. Please choose our next category.
Let's get chapter 10, 500.
Chapter 10.
Go big or go home, exactly.
Go big or go home. There we go. This is the generation born between 1965 and 1980. Okay, I see the arrow on Team Pineapple. Yes, Reagan.
what is?
All right, I'm sorry, time is up. Yes, Jay, what do you think it is?
Let's go with the millennials.
Millennials, Generation Y.
What is wrong?
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
Dang, man.
Generation X.
Hey, hey,
Very
Hey, if you looked at my stocks, you would know that's something slight.
And he 500. Come on, let's see, I was probably got that.
Save me, Samantha!
Alright, next one. Next up. Next
Grab
up.
bag is anything.
Alright, who hasn't gone yet?
No.
Still
Who has not gone
I
yet?
think it's still related to that stuff.
Melody?
Angelica?
Just roll up there.
Tim, y'all scared to go against Samantha?
Veronica going, oh.
Oh.
All right, win.
I'll say.
Come on.
Okay, so Vin, please choose our next category for us. Chapter 10, 300. There we go.
Because it's easier to chat today.
Yeah, it is.
This is the tendency to view the norms and values of one's own culture as absolute. This is the tendency to view the norms and values of one's own culture as absolute. Yes, Team Watermelon, Samantha.
Ethnocentrism?
Ethnocentrism. That is correct.
Never come back. Never come back.
So remember, right? We talked about ethnocentrism. How it's like you've got your own culture and you feel like that is the right way to do things. You're judging
Hey.
all other countries,
It's alright.
all other cultures based on your own culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had just looked
I
at
literally
it.
remember he said he was a millennial, so I was like, oh, that's easy.
Okay.
And then I thought about it.
So let's see. Sindhu, Team Watermelon has control. So,
Give us a second.
Hey,
sorry.
This your last one.
So Sindhu, please choose one.
at least I had an answer.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. She hit it first, man. No, but she hit it first.
Chapter 5 for 200.
Chapter 5 for 200.
Okay.
Low. This type of learning takes place in a classroom environment.
You got this. You got this. You gotta hit the button. You gotta hit the button.
Gotta hit the button. All right, so Pineapple has hit the button. Yes, Carla.
Is it,
Clinical.
Yes, this is
Go wrong.
I know you got it. It's okay.
No, I'm
okay.
gonna pass.
It's okay.
It's okay. That's what I'm saying. You gotta hit the button.
No, plenty of questions.
Taro, save us.
Hey, it's not gonna happen on me.
500, 500. Grab bag.
No, is it no?
That's all we need. 500. Put us back.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm getting it right.
All right.
Grab bag.
we're still here?
Angelica, you've been volunteered. Which category would you
Are we
like?
big?
Yes.
Alright, let's go with chapter 6, 500.
Chapter 6, 500.
Y'all better know this, okay?
Hey, buddy. Big money.
Uh-oh.
This is the organization responsible for accreditation of
Wait,
facilities
I'm checking it.
in the Harris Health
It
System.
was watermelon.
All right, yes, Angelica.
What is the DNC?
DNC, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
What is it?
Hey,
No.
You got it.
Carl.
It's not, what is JRC?
JRC, I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. Team Pineapple, do you have another answer for me?
Yes.
Yes.
The DNV.
DNV. Yes, that is correct. It is the DNV. It has a delay. There's a 5-second delay.
Yeah, that one was tough. That one was tough. I wasn't
Yeah, I was like, that's what
So remember,
When she said
DNV?
JRC and he said wrong, I was like,
remember DNV, right? Das Norsk Veritas, right? So V for Veritas, right? Truth.
is that language or is that Latin?
No, I think it's actually maybe it is Latin. Yeah, I think it might. I'm not sure.
Das no Veritas?
Just that Norse Veritas. It might. Is it
Sounds
Latin?
Latin.
It might be Latin. Or no, I know that it's I think it's based in either Finland or Sweden actually.
Okay, then never mind.
So it might be
Swedish?
yeah, it might be Swedish. I'm not sure.
Norwegian?
Okay.
Alright. Alright, very good. So, I believe Team Pineapple still has control. Melanie, please choose our question.
So we'll go ahead and go with chapter 9, 500.
Chapter 9. Can knock a lot of big
John.
questions out. No pressure.
He's.
Here we go. This is the process which causes electrons to boil off the filament. Okay.
I think the phone is working.
Alright, Pineapple is going to be first.
Jay's phone is
Oh,
working.
swear.
Yes.
Hold up.
You know why? Because I pressed it a bunch of times and I think it's working.
a bunch.
Oh, sorry. So,
He said the same-
actually, let me bring up something. So, I guess I should have mentioned this sooner. I apologize. If you take a look up here, right, this first number where you see the 0, that is actually a 5-second cooldown timer. So you can't answer in the first 5 seconds of the question. Right? So give me time
okay.
to start reading. Once the 5 seconds are over, the second one begins to count down. Right? You have 30 seconds to answer. As you can see, you've buzzed in before any time has elapsed. So you just have to wait the 5 seconds for it to come off cooldown first.
What is the 30?
So 30 is going to be how long you have to answer, but you've already buzzed in because apparently you know the answer. So yes, Melody, what is the answer?
Yo.
All right, I'm sorry. Time is up. Okay, so Johns, do you have an answer for me?
It was something emission, right?
You have to
tell
say the whole
me.
word.
You tell me. It's a $500 question for a reason.
Bro, just guess.
I have so many words in my mind right now. It says photoelectric emission.
Photoelectric emission. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Okay, Team Pineapple, do you have something else for me?
Thermionic emission?
Thermionic emission. Heat and ions. Yes, very good.
You're good. You were close. You got half of it.
You got half of
You
it.
were close. You were close. All right.
Yeah, let's just go in that
All right,
order.
so I think everyone's had a chance to go. Let's start sending people back up again. Just remember, with thermionic emission, it deals with heat, right? The heat causes the electrons to boil off. So therm, right? Therm for heat, just like thermometer. Okay. Emily, if you would please.
Let's do grab bag 400.
Grab bag 400. So remember, grab bag is just random questions.
You sound too excited.
May or may not be from the chapter or the unit.
Oh, you could have mentioned that before.
What is my favorite insect?
That is a good question. Least favorite, I can tell you. Favorite.
What's your least?
This is the word used to describe the different specialties in the radiology department. Okay, yes, Team Pineapple, Emily.
Is that a modality?
Modality, yes. Very good. Remember, right, we have different modalities, different specialties, right? X-ray, ultrasound, CT, MRI. Those are all modalities. Okay, Veronica.
Chapter 9 for 300.
Chapter 9, 300. Just to make sure, this is just chapter 9, right? Okay. Chapter 9, 300. This word is used to describe an X-ray beam with many different energies inside it. Yes, Team Watermelon.
I think it's talking about a heterogeneous beam.
Heterogeneous. Yes, that is correct. Very good. Right, so remember, hetero for different, right? Do not confuse this. Do not confuse this with a homogeneous beam, right? Heterogeneous and homogeneous, very different.
Hey, HR.
Hey. So, yes, that's right, Cody. You get to choose.
Come on, Cody.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Grab bag for 500.
Grab back 500. Very brave. Let's take it on.
Keep tugging it, Cody. Come on.
This is the formula. This is the name of the formula used to describe the effect of distance on radiation intensity. Yes, Team Watermelon, Cody.
The inverse square law?
Yes, this is. Very
Good stuff. Dude, I got excited. Hey.
Inverse square law.
When you know a 500, bro, you get hyped. You get hyped.
Yay. I messed up.
We're coming up. We're coming up.
That's right, that's just the daily double. I should also ask for the actual equation. Actually, just out of curiosity, does anyone remember the actual equation?
For 1,000, right?
Just for fun.
New intensity over old intensity equals old distance
Distance.
square over new distance square.
Very good. It's just for fun. Okay, Shamika, if you would please.
Chapter 5 for $50.
Chapter 5. Gotta come with the new question, sorry. You want to add an extra zero?
Chapter 5 again, 500.
500. All right, adding an extra zero.
Man, we get brave with
No,
your
chapter
name.
9. I'm so.
Chapter 9?
Yeah.
Again? Oh,
Nine
God.
again, okay. Nine again, 500. This type of dosimeter is most commonly used to monitor personal radiation levels. I saw both of you tapping. It must have been like half a second. Yes, Team Pineapple.
The OSL dosimeter?
OSL dosimeter. That is correct.
I know you knew it. I know you knew it. I know you knew it. I know you knew it.
And remember, what does OSL stand for?
Optimal.
Stimulated luminescence.
Very good. Optically stimulated luminescence.
I know what it stands for when I see it on,
I didn't finish reading that.
when I see it on paper. I know what it stands for.
Because there's more options.
Yes, paper is options. That's true. All right, Lynn, if you would please. Chapter 10, 400. This is used to describe what happens when women have a difficult time being promoted to high-level positions because of their gender. Team Pineapple, yes. Lynn.
Are y'all helping?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn?
No, I said press the button.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, time is up. Samantha, do you have an answer?
Yes, glass ceiling.
The glass ceiling, very good.
That's great, Samantha.
Very good.
Why does it say what is?
Oh, it's the Jeopardy thing.
Right, yeah, Jeopardy, we're not doing it because it's too much trouble, but in Jeopardy you're supposed to answer as a question.
Does Jeopardy runs off of like a PowerPoint like format, right? Or-
Some do. This one's on a website.
oh, the fact book. Right.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But we've also got some better PowerPoints. Okay, great job. So, Team Watermelon again, Sindhu.
You gotta pick.
Yeah, which one should I pick?
Whichever one you feel like.
Get rid of the last 500.
Or you can do a grab bag, something slight, consistent.
For 200.
Grab bag for 200. Ooh, this should be a good one.
I don't like the way you said that. I do not like the way you said that. I feel like this should have been the 500.
This is the suffix meaning the study of. Okay, Team Pineapple. Yes, Carla. I need something.
That's
Sorry,
more.
time is up. Okay, Sindhu. You got something. Any guesses?
So can we get some hints?
No guesses. Okay, Team Pineapple, do you have another answer for me? Yes.
Harvey
somebody.
broke something.
Ology.
Like
All right,
radiology.
I will accept that. It is
Is?
logi. Logi. Remember, O is your connecting vowel. Right? You don't need the O. It's just logi. Very good.
Let's go Charlotte.
Y'all come.
Have you all been doing your vocab? Okay, Team Pineapple.
They are.
All right, Team Pineapple.
Go with chapter 500.
Chapter 5, 500. Okay.
I got this, okay?
I believe in y'all.
Here we go. This type of communication method provides a short, organized, and predictable flow of information.
Another word, let me know.
That's it. What's your name?
All right.
Oh, my close
Yes, Charo. All right, so while you're fixing that, Charo, what do you have for me?
Do not know the answer.
Okay, do not know the answer. That is incorrect. Let's move on to Pineapple. Yes. What do you think it is? Enjoyable.
I know it, but I can't remember the word.
Maybe you can write it out. Maybe spell it out, girl.
So it's our turn now? It's our turn now.
Well, next time. That's
It's
Team
So
Watermelon.
what
Do
is
you
it?
have another answer for me?
Come on, gang. Come on,
Do you
gang.
have an answer for me, Team Watermelon?
But no key turn.
Sure,
Two. Okay, need something.
method? What is a method?
Method. I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Anybody?
Modem?
Okay, Team Pineapple, do you have something for me?
S bar?
S-bar, that
Son of
is
a gun.
correct. S-bar. Remember,
What is
situation.
S-bar?
Remember, it's a situation, right? First, explain what is going on, right? Background. Give some background information as to what's going on. Assessment, right? Give your assessment as to what's going on, and then your request. What do you think needs to be done based on all of this?
I know what it stands for.
But remember, if you need to communicate something about a patient, right? Right? This is the patient. You're getting a chest X-ray. This is why. This is what happened that made things unusual. That we might need to change some stuff up. This is what I'm requesting be changed. Right? S-bar. Okay. What's next?
Is mine still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Someone has their phone on power savings. Okay. So let's see. Melanie, if you would please.
We can go ahead and do from the graph guide the 300.
Grab bag 300. This person is in charge of the operation and organization of the radiology department and reports to senior hospital administration. Okay, Team Watermelon, Johns. Who is in charge of the operation and organization of the radiology department?
Is it the radiologist?
Radiologist. I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Is that the program director?
What is that?
Program director?
Program director. Yes, it is the director. Very good. I will take director. Okay. Proper name would be administrative director, right? Because they're part of administration, right? But key thing, right? The keyword is director here.
So
So
could
the
it have been
director of the radiology department.
department chair?
Department chair is different.
It's more for the board, right?
So chair is usually going to be on the doctor's
Oh, yeah,
side.
the
I see.
director's side.
Right, this is still under administration, right? Under the CEO, under hospital leadership. Okay. Emily, again, what would you like to choose?
Let's do chapter 9 again for 100.
All right, back to the low numbers.
Appreciate you.
Okay, 100. This is the membrane-bound section of a cell where the DNA is stored. Okay, Team Watermelon, Jay.
What is the nucleus?
What is the nucleus? Very good.
Yeah, I was like.
Alright, who do we have next?
Shaheen.
Is Shaheen?
Yeah.
Can I go again?
No?
Yeah.
Um,
Sheen has gone.
Oh,
She's gone twice. She's gone twice.
Yeah, but she already went.
I'm with
Yeah,
But
but
Amy already went, so just go
So what do you
like
say?
up
Do
around
I
the
need to
house.
go?
As long as all 8 of you get to go. That's all.
Yeah.
Is it your,
I mean, if
it's your turn.
nobody's
I've
getting
been
up,
twice
like-
already. It's
Anyone?
I don't either.
Alright,
You just need somebody
so
up.
Cody, what would you like to choose?
Chapter 9 again for 400.
Chapter 9 again, 400. Here we go. This is one of the 3 pillars of radiation protection, along with time and shielding. Yes, Cody.
What is distance?
Yes, very good. So remember, time, distance, shielding. Right, there's 3 main pillars of radiation protection. Time, distance, shielding.
Go again?
All right, who's next?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Whoever wants to go.
Who next?
Okay. Jamaica, you get to choose. Chapter 9, 400. This type of interaction occurs when a photon with energies over 1.02 mega electron volts interacts with an atom's nucleus. Yes. Team Pineapple, Muncie.
Pair production.
What is pair production? Yes, that is correct. Very good.
That was tough.
No, I was gonna say.
Remember, there are only 2 interactions which occur at the nucleus. One is pair
I was
production,
gonna
which
say
is
that one.
around that 1 mega electron volt.
Photo E.
The other one
on
is
the outside.
photo disintegration,
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
that.
that?
10 mega electron volts.
So I was gonna say that.
If you know the energies, right, you can have a pretty good guess as to what it is.
So that last one was 10.2, right?
It was
That was
1.0.
1.2. Okay.
1.02.
So photo disintegration is 10.
Got it. All right. Let's see. Reagan, go ahead and choose.
Chapter 6, 200.
Chapter 6, 200. This is a function of management which involves getting the right people with the right skills into the right role. Yes, Samantha.
Human resources.
Human resources. That
No, I'm gonna give it to.
Yeah, honestly, I'll go to her too.
that's
Personally,
that's
if I was
close,
you.
but that is not what I'm looking for.
Ah.
Okay, Reagan, do you have something for me?
It's not HR.
I don't know.
All right, pass.
Wait,
So,
that's
Team Watermelon, do
manager,
you have something
right?
else for me? The function of management, which involves getting the right people
It's manager.
with the right skills.
Acquisition.
No.
Right things.
Acquisition.
What is that?
What is acquisition?
Acquisition. No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Yes, Team Pineapple. Staffing. Yes. That is the word I am looking for. What is staffing?
I would do HR, honestly.
So yes, human resources is involved in staffing, right? Talent acquisition is involved in staffing. But the actual term for the process or the act is staffing. Yeah, good.
So rope.
Okay, then. Chapter 6, 300. This group of people are responsible for the operation of the hospital and the assignment of a CEO. Yes, Win. Board of Directors. Yes, there we go. So remember, the Board of Directors, that is the boss of the CEO. The CEO reports to the board. So even though I know commonly we like to think of CEO as the top of the organization, that is not true. The board sits above that CEO.
So would that be Mr. Persia?
So Dr. Porsa is the CEO, and we've got a board of, I believe, 12 members who are above him.
Who's next? Samantha, Sindhu, Shaheen.
That is a
think that's
good
me.
question. That
I
I do
don't
not
know,
know.
since I don't know nothing.
It's
You don't.
from a variety
You know more than
of
nothing.
No.
You know more than nothing.
hospital
From
administration.
see, I
you've got
haven't really read
physicians,
about this. I'm worried about
a lot
my
of different people.
working on my position, which I haven't figured out.
That's a good question. It might be a
Yeah,
moment.
this is making me realize I have to study.
I really have to do it right. Otherwise,
That's a
how will
good
I do the
question.
flow chart? I'm thinking.
He kind of gave me a look when I looked at my computer.
Hey, so, Team Pineapple.
I didn't stay quiet.
He said what?
Okay. Let's do chapter 9 again, 200.
Hey, chapter 9 again, 200. This SI unit is used to measure equivalent or effective dose. Okay, yes, Muncie.
Sievert.
Sievert. Show me Sievert.
Yay.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
Yes, what
Hey, which show is the one that like show me? Oh, Price is Right, right?
Yeah, something like
Family Feud, yes, Family Feud. There we go, thank you. I don't know my game shows that well, sorry. All right, Family Feud.
That's all they show in hospitals, like for inpatients.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you always see Steve Harvey up there just. Show me. That's right. Okay, let's see. Angelica, if you would please.
Okay, which one do y'all want?
the patrocinio.
Grab bag for 100?
Yep.
There you go. Grab bag for 100.
Grab that for 100.
You know, at this point, like mathematically,
You don't win anyway.
This is the combining form that refers to the body system that contains the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Okay, looks like Angelica buzzed in first. What do you think it is? You don't know. Alright, so that's a pass. Okay?
It's
So,
easier than you think, bro.
Jamaica, what is the combining form?
I don't want to say axial, but I don't know.
Axial. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sir.
Alright, pineapple. What else do you have for me?
They buzz first.
Central nervous system.
Yeah.
Central nervous system.
C.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Wait, Sheen.
Okay.
Oh, I was going
Name
for
watermelon.
Oh.
What is the combining form?
Hormone refers to the body system
wait.
that contains the brain, spinal
Oh, she's just reading the question.
and the nerves.
Dude, for a
Oh,
second.
it is that
Yeah,
one.
she's there.
It is that.
Alright,
It's,
time to
wait. It's the appendicular nervous system.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
that
no.
is
It's the
nervous system,
incorrect.
right? It's nervous system.
So,
The
remember,
they said the central nervous
combining
system.
form.
I don't know.
The word root, combining form. What do you call a doctor that studies the brain, spinal cord?
Neurologist.
A neurologist, right? So what do you think the combining form for brain, spinal cord, and nerve is?
Oh, neurology.
Neuro.
Neuro?
Neuro.
Oh, I thought we.
Yeah, we were overthinking it.
I was thinking like.
Sounds like watermelon
nervous
should get that point anyways.
system. Yeah, but it's tricky.
Yeah, we already got what you said.
What was it? Is central nervous system.
Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
we
I can't look
all.
at it right now. But remember, the question asked, what is the combining form? Right?
So why wasn't it the central nervous system, sir?
I'm looking for the word part. Right? So, right, central nervous system and appendicular nervous system, all that falls under neural. Right? All that falls under neural because that is the combining form that you would use to describe anything related to brain, nerves, spine.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
That's confusing.
Yeah, the wording on that was a little tough.
The wording on that was very tough. That was not $100. That was a $500 question.
I thought that was easy.
I'll
That
give
was a $50 question.
I'll give it 40.
I know,
I'll give it 40.
easy.
It was part of your
Because it wasn't.
medical terminology.
None of them got it right.
That's true. I may have underestimated the difficulty. That's on me. That's true.
He's like, just a little
I think
bit.
it was just the way it was worded.
You could have just said
Yeah.
like something that's not even.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
That's why it's
Well, I mean,
That's why I scratched that.
why the term combining form, like does that apply to the R sign and like NT or whatever, like the actual initials after a name, or like why does the term combined form
So,
make that?
combining form, right? So that was mentioned in your medical terminology PowerPoint. Combining form is kind of like your, it's what you would use to stick on to your suffix or your prefix, right?
So those initials that follow your name.
No.
No.
No, it's like words.
So it's a word, part of a word.
Okay.
So for example, neural, right?
Yeah.
Neural means
Oh, it was a grab bag.
brain, spine, nerves, right?
Yeah.
And then a doctor, right?
Yes.
Your gist, right? So neurologist.
Oh, okay. I see. So it's an actual like it's a root. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
earlier
I
we said
see.
study of, right? Logy,
Yeah.
right? So neurology,
Right.
neurology, study of the brain, nerves, and spine.
So either word would have been good, like neurologist or.
So I was not looking for a full word. I was only looking for the combining term, the part that attaches to it, right? For example, what is the combining word for fat?
Lipo.
Lipo, right? So you have liposuction, you have lipoma, right?
You could say prefix, in fact, combining.
No, the combining form is not a prefix, right? A prefix would be, let me think, what are our prefixes? Right, no, cycle is still a combining.
So A.
Like A, right, for not, right, or ab.
D.
D, very good. Dis, right?
What about neo? Like neo, nato, would that be?
Neo, yes, for neo. Very good. So those would be your prefixes.
So something like hept, like HEPT, would be for liver.
Yeah, so hepato,
Will be combining word.
is the combining form for liver.
I see.
Yes,
Okay.
very good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So, since no one got that right, we'll go back to Team Pineapple. Melanie, please choose for us.
You can do chapter 9 again, 300.
Chapter 9 again, 300. This SI unit is used to measure absorbed dose.
Came back with
All right, Team Watermelon. That was a tough battle for me.
It's gonna break those
it
balls.
Okay, what's that?
Gray.
Gray. Yes, it is the gray.
Good job. Good job.
That's what you have to do. Is like,
You really do. Like as soon as it's like 2, you start tapping.
He was like, the last one, I was like, wait, I to turn pink. I was like, wait.
Cody, that's the strat. Whenever it counts down, it hits 2. Just start tapping.
No, it's
Just start
no,
tapping.
It's
I just
5
read it from the
seconds.
break first. I'm like, that's what I do.
It don't break my phone.
All right, let's see. So, Cody, you get to choose.
Chapter 5 for 400.
400. Okay, chapter 5. Let's see. This type of supervision takes place when the technologist is not physically present in the room while the student works with the patient. Yes, Cody.
Indirect.
Indirect supervision. Very good.
Samantha, let's go. Madam President.
Treasurer is taking care of the dollars.
Hey.
Okay, Samantha, you want the.
look, you hanging on, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. You left her in here earlier.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, 300.
Chapter 5, 300. This is the first step of clinical progression, which involves taking mental notes and preparing to emulate the action seen.
He hasn't even finished.
Okay, yes.
This is horrible.
The zeros, the time is
So
up.
Veronica, yes.
I was gonna say assessment.
Assessment, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Okay, Samantha, do you have another guess? All right, that's also a pass.
No, it's
Team
the-
Pineapple, do you have something else for me?
It's the answer.
Observation.
Observation. Yes, that is correct. The first step of clinical progression is observation.
Was there a step called emulation or something where you're actually doing it yourself, or?
So it was observation, it was assistance, and then it was it called performance? Perform.
So performance ties into assessments and whatnot. Because you're getting.
I'm ready to study now.
Oh, this is so intense. Fuck.
Five questions left. You've got 5 questions left.
Oh my god.
You have 5 questions left.
So this is too tough, these 4.
5 questions.
It's tough when you're in.
No,
So
she's saying
remember,
the
in Jeopardy,
questions are tough.
we do have a final question.
Winner takes it off.
Okay,
Last
so,
point wins.
all right, I believe is Team Pineapple.
Um, 6 for 400.
6 for 400. All right. This individual is responsible for the monitoring of radiation and radioactive materials. Okay, yes, Team Pineapple. Nancy.
The RSO.
The
The-
RSO.
Radiations.
Yes, that is correct. Radiation safety officer. Very good.
I actually did not know, and then it just came to me.
Sometimes that happens.
Or I was gonna say like the, what's it called, NRC, I was like the individual. NRC. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So Reagan, what would you like?
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9. Okay. This is the positive end of the amplitude.
This is a gramophone.
Yes.
Is me?
Jay.
What is the
The positive.
cathode?
No,
What?
that's
No,
a
no, no, I'm sorry.
Stop talking, bro.
So remember when they're up there, right? There's no helping or sabotaging the people up there at the table. Right?
That's whack, bro.
Right?
Wait,
Unfortunately, I didn't hear cathode. So, Reagan, what do you think it is?
Just walk away.
You right.
Come on.
Yeah, no.
Stop talking, bro. Stop
Okay.
talking, bro.
It's okay, players mess up.
Okay. Right, you only made that mistake
Man,
once.
on my own team. On my own team. That's crazy.
Right? Hopefully no one on Team Watermelon.
No, you won't
see.
see. You won't see any help from me in lab.
All right. Let's get our next pair up. Who's our second to last pair? Second to last pair. Okay. Okay.
As soon as man.
All right. Let's quiet down. Angelica, please.
We're going with chapter 6, 100.
Chapter 6. This is the law responsible for the protection of personal health information. Okay, yes, Angelica.
What is HIPAA?
Could you spell that for me, please?
She said hippo.
HIPAA.
H-I-P-A-A. H-I-P-A-A.
If she would have got the spelling wrong, she still would have been right, because
No, it would have been wrong. When you say HIPAA, I don't know how many P's you've got.
That was
there.
not the question.
yeah, the question was.
Oh.
We can argue. We can go back and forth all
At
day.
the end of the day, I don't want to go
All right, our final pair.
That is true.
It's okay, it's the end of the game. I mean, well, technically not the end, but it's okay.
Alright, so for 100, final question on the board, chapter 10. This is the irrational fear of and hostility towards homosexuality. Yes, Cody.
That's not fair. It didn't
It's
It's okay, Monty.
Hey, no, fight for your rights, Monty. Fight. Come on.
What is it, Cody?
Yes, Cody. What is homophobia?
Hey, can you pass me my phone?
There's one more round.
There's one more round?
Okay.
So,
So, if you know how Jeopardy works, there is always a final question. During the final question, you are allowed to wager, you are allowed to put in as much or as little money as you want.
Hey,
Right?
hey, Shamika's gonna love this
Right
one.
out of however much you have, you can wager as little or as much of the money that you have.
Appreciate you.
If you get the answer right, you get
I
the money
think
you
Cody's
wager.
answering most.
If you get it wrong,
so maybe he
you
can
lose
go.
the money that you wagered. So it is possible for Team Watermelon to still make a comeback.
Cody 53,000.
So
Yeah, he did.
I've given each team one sheet of paper. All right. The category is interactions in the body, Okay, I would like you to write on that piece of paper how much of your money here you would like to wager. So Team Watermelon, you can put up to 3,000. Team Pineapple, you can put up to 5,900. How much money
the whole
do you
paper?
want to wager? So one side of the paper, please write down how much money you want to wager.
It's kind of like a gamble, right?
It is like a gamble. For example, if you don't wager anything, and Watermelon wagers it or gets it right, they will have 6,000.
We could put $20, right?
You could put 20 if you wanted to, yes.
That's disrespectful.
You could put 1. You could put 0 if you wanted to.
As soon as I was walking up there,
Thanks
he
for
knew.
the answer. I think you should be a little bit more
All you
prepared.
know is the category. I'm not going to tell you anything more right now.
We're all in agreement?
It's
Chara.
been good place if you did the vocabulary.
I think Shamika
Okay,
decided.
Shamika's she's gonna probably slap me, but it's okay.
Yeah, she does.
All right. When you have your wager, please let me know. I think you got yours. All right.
Team Pineapple, are you
Team
guys
Pineapple.
ready to put that
Yeah.
money on the line?
No. The only way that they can do it is if they double up.
Hey, mathematically, y'all only need 100.
Just put 200 on. That's the only way that they can.
But
Okay. All right. Now, flip your paper over.
They should put them back. They're not
So flip your paper over to the blank side.
get it wrong.
All right. I am about to put up the question.
Okay.
When I put up the question, you work together as a team to answer. You will have, I believe, 30 seconds.
Did we put the wager?
Wait, we're missing a person.
So yes. Oh, actually, does it give you?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay. Put your wagers in yours instead. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. I'm sorry. Yes.
So we're missing a person on our team. I feel that they have an unfair advantage. And for it to be somewhat level, I request that Monty step out of their team.
I believe that they are also missing somebody on their side. So they only got 7.
Yeah, Veronica, she's
Here, how
going
about I
to
walk in?
Hey, Tom, get out of here, bro.
All right.
Huh?
All right, great.
I don't know.
Here we
The
go.
Cody's already over.
Question is coming up on the board now.
But wait 5 seconds.
What is the term used to describe the loss of intensity in an X-ray beam due to interactions such as absorption and scatter? Write your answer on your paper.
Write your answer on your paper.
Write your answer on the paper. Sorry, this should not be a fun. This is just write your answer on the paper.
We have to go there.
Yo. I think.
Cody, before you leave today, I need some advice on how to study for this test.
All right. I think that's enough time.
Yes.
Okay. So, Team Watermelon, you guys currently have $3,000. How much have you wagered?
3,000.
You have wagered an additional 3,000. And what is your answer?
Attenuation.
What is attenuation? That is correct. You are now at 6,000. Hey, Team Pineapple, how much have you wagered?
I didn't get it.
How much have you wagered, Team Pineapple? 200. And what have you written down as your answer?
Attenuation.
Attenuation as well. Team Pineapple,
Questions.
6,100. Yes.
I could have written that down in the time that you
Oh,
walked
no,
by.
we didn't.
I'm not questioning whether you did or you didn't. I said you could have.
Okay, I apologize.
Together, dude.
All right, next time, I'll pick up the papers first next time. I apologize.
Yeah, so we won. We won.
But yes, Team Pineapple wins with 6,100. Alright, there we go. Okay, so yes, it is attenuation. Very good.
We're all small.
Alright. Alright, so
Another one? We can go for it. Yeah, we
unfortunately that's all I had prepared. But hopefully